And we are live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And welcome to episode 87 of the Daisy podcast. We are joined by Marks. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, not too bad today. Not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad at all, mate. Sadly, it doesn't look like either of our guests have arrived yet this weekend. This week. I never heard back from our DCG boss, and Roth did reply, but maybe he's a bit confused with time zones, and hopefully he sees that we're live and joins in, and we'll add his details to the bottom there. But yeah, guess who's a no-show, everyone? Johnny Bravo, you've mentioned it in chat.
Yes, lad isn't here.
I didn't get to see the end of his stream, but what was he like towards the end of the 24 hours? Were you watching it all, Marks?
I only jumped in for a few minutes last night. I didn't see. I jumped in 2 hours before he ended, so he was live for 20 hours at the time, and he was looking fairly defeated. That's the best way to describe it.
Johnny Bravo said we were trying to convince him to do an encore stream after the podcast today. What was he like towards the end, Johnny Bravo? You got to let us know, mate. Have you ever done a 24-hour stream, Marks?
No, I've never done 24-hour stream, but I've stayed up for more than 24 hours before, and it's not nice. Just even sitting in a chair, 24 hours, it's not nice.
No. It's one of those things. I think we've talked about it in the past, with the pressures on streamers and stuff like that. In his case, he just did it as a bet. But there's a lot of people out there who think it's something that they have to do to make it and all the rest of it. And I don't know, maybe, unless you're probably taking fucking speed or something like that to fucking keep you going. I just don't know how you do it.
Yeah, I'd never do a 24-hour stream.
I think the most I've ever done was 18 hours, and I was shattered then. And I was meant to do 24, and I just said, nah.
Yeah, I'd done 7 hours this week, and after the 7-hour stream, I could barely talk. My voice was just gone.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Now, Archie has messaged us. He's on his way home, and he will join us as soon as he's home and good to go. So, yeah. Johnny Bravo saying I was in his stream with like 7 to 8 hours to go for him. He looked quite rough even then.
And he was playing hardcore in the mask as well. And all the times I was in here, he was flashing red health. So probably doesn't help.
So Skull Speeder saw him at the end. He was very tired, but happy he got to the end. So well done to our boy. He made it there. Very, 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 very happy for him. I don't think he'll be making a bet like that again in a hurry.
No, he already said he wouldn't.
Quote from Gecko Fish when he popped in 22 hours into his stream was his soul had died. You could see it in his eyes. Wow.
Yeah.
So, mate, 1.15 actually dropped this week.
Mm-hmm.
What was the feedback you got from folks?
All positive.
Yeah.
Actually. All very, very positive. I played it for 7 hours. The first 8 came out on stream, and very stable. Like I played official, which I know people are going to hate me for because I give out about it, but it's always the best way to test an update. If it's good on official, you know it's going to be good on community service, and it was great. Super stable. I got disconnected from the servers a couple of times, which is always a bit odd. It just randomly kicks you, but otherwise, it was fine.
Yep,
really, really good.
I haven't heard anything negative other than one of the topics, which we may as well start covering it now. Skull Speeder, I see you in chat, mate. I'm going to throw it out there. You are welcome to jump in and join us because we're going to be talking about apparently some server issues for console. Now, I did tweet out about this, but let me just open up. Where is it? Oh. So there was this error happening for a console community. Restart failed, host system not ready or offline. Please try again later. So basically, what the guy said to me is that his server basically got stuck in a loop. Seriously, hello, my game server is stuck with this error. Can't be started in any possible way. Can you do the move machine or whatever to get it up and running again? Now it's stuck in a restart loop. It's a joke how things like this happen every time there is an update. And bad service makes us lose members. No support received in the last, at the least in 2 hours. Even FTP fails in sending vanilla files over to check if by any chance my files broke the host system and make it unreachable. So that looks like to me, again, I'm taking it at face value that this is a legit screenshot. 3 hours. Now, when I had a server, mate, it was usually 5 to 10 minutes at the most before someone got back to you. I'm honestly kind of stunned, and sorry, we're very sorry to hear that you're having this issue. We made some back-end adjustments to your server. Please start it in 15 minutes. Once the issue is fixed, we can extend your service time for the inconvenience. I don't know what's going on with that. That's just at face value. That just seems really bad.
Is this a Nitrado server?
They're all Nitrado servers, as we've talked about in the past.
Yeah, it's pretty bad that it took them so long to get back, and that it didn't seem to fix the problem either.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I, as far as I understand, I think he's still having issues. I haven't received any other update other than they have extended the life of his server, which is great. But everyone knows how fickle communities can be. If they can't play on the server that they're used to playing on, they'll go elsewhere. They might find somewhere better, and yeah. Aaron Murphy saying this happens sometimes if you force restart a server. If you lose connection whilst force restarting a server, etc., it does happen. Takes 10 minutes to stop a loop over the phone.
It seems like the Trello doesn't have like a proper, what's the word, kind of like support system, like at the back, because it seemed like it took them ages to get a response from that email. And then when they don't sort about it, they didn't really go into detail about what adjustments they made.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like when I had I think it was GTX server for a while, like anytime something was wrong with it, or even if something wasn't wrong with it and I just had a question, I always asked, and within a couple of minutes I had an answer, and a detailed answer at that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it seems like they're just being very vague.
Now, like I said, I did tweet out about it, and to my best recollection, I don't think anyone else responded. What's Nike saying there? I know firsthand the problems with Nitrado. Phone, email, they are crap from my console days. Their support is next to useless. See, but Scale Speeder, I know, works with them as well. And I don't think I've ever heard him say he's had an issue with them either.
Yeah, it's always the way with a product like that, and you'll always get people who never have a problem with that product, and then you'll always get the unlucky people who will run into a problem with it, whether it be a physical product or a virtual product.
I mean, I must say, I think Scale Speeder actually has a partnership with them. He's an affiliate or whatever their programming that is. So he probably gets better service than the average Joe, but. Yeah, it still comes down to it for me that I don't know why it's a monopoly on console. I don't think we'll ever get an answer, but that's why I'm always a huge fan of more people being able to provide a service. Just imagine if there was only one person doing DayZ videos. or if there was only one server to be able to play. It's always nice to have options. And yeah, I don't think we'll ever get a proper answer, but I did want to raise it. Hopefully, some other console communities see this, and we get some more feedback, and we can keep you updated as to what's going on. Heck, I might even try sending an email to Nitrado. I was hoping to get some more information first, but yeah, coming up to Christmas, everyone, Ciao Speeder, awesome. Fill us in, mate. Fill us in. What is the issue here? What do you know, sir?
Oof, wait a minute. Oof. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, mate.
All right. So I think what happened was when the update went live, the sheer interest in the updates was through the roof. It was unbelievable. I know in my particular case, all the videos I'd done about 1.15 on how to update it, what was coming, and all that stuff did amazingly well.
Yeah, I saw your figures on some of them, mate. It was a big shout out as well. Wobo shouted you out in one of his videos as well, which would have pumped your numbers up too.
Yeah, really lucky for that. So yes, I think their update system just got overwhelmed really with what was happening. I run 6 servers and they all updated fine. So yeah, you've just got. I mean, I think what you've got to remember is that the Nitrado servers, and I am an affiliate. I do get money for when people click on the links in the description to the relevant videos, but they are shared hosting servers. You're not buying a dedicated box here because they're pretty cheap. And I guess there's probably 10,000 console servers that are on a shared system, and there's always going to be a few hiccups when it all updates. And undoubtedly they do have a monopoly, but that's because they've got that agreement with Bohemia Interactive, haven't they, with Dayz to supply it, and they must have some sort of service agreement between the two that they have to do. But I've always found them if something does go wrong, I've always found them fine to sort things out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't use any special contacts to sort things out. I always just create a ticket in the normal way, and I can probably count on one hand the number of times I've had to create a ticket in the last sort of 3 years.
Yep.
Generally, it kind of gets sorted out. So
Look,
but I don't.
If they were really terrible, they wouldn't be as popular as they were. But 3 hours still. I totally understand where. I'm not going to say who sent me the message or anything like that. But I totally understand his frustrations, because at the end of the day, he just wants his server up so people can get on and play. And it's always distressing when you pour so much heart, soul, and money into a server, and you get caught with an error like this. I think Nitrado should go above and beyond with working something out with him, because he said this has happened to him before with 1.14 as well. He said, usually when there's an update, he gets issues. So it'd be nice to see them do something positive for this guy, to try to mitigate. At the end of the day, though, it sounds like he's losing player base, and I understand why he's upset and frustrated about it.
Yeah, I think one of the most important things that Nitrado could do would be to have a tiered system in terms of being able to order and pay for dedicated boxes as well, so that you could have a dedicated box. Because I'm sure there's lots of people who have got high pop servers on console who would pay that extra for their own box rather than sharing it with
I reckon you would be bang on the money on that. That'd have to help some of the old gen consoles as well, wouldn't it? Being able to play on a server that's more powerful.
No, because you've got to remember, even the next gen consoles, we're all playing on the same servers. It's not like, so when I play with an Xbox Series S or an X or a PlayStation 5, I'm not on a different server to the Xbox Ones and the PlayStation 4s.
Yep.
So we're all connecting to the same server. It's more to do with the server, the old Xboxes and all PlayStations themselves. Remember, the technology in them is 8-9 years old now, and the fact that they can, I know I've said this before, but the fact that they can even run Dayz, okay, poorly in certain situations.
No, I'm 100% with you on this.
If you tried to run Dayz on a PC that was spec'd to the same as an OG Xbox One, I mean, it wouldn't run, would it? There's no way you would get it.
I had a comment literally today, I think it was. I don't know if I can find it, But it was a person giving out. It was like, oh yeah, this update was clearly wonderful. My inventory lags every time I do this, and game freezes every time I do this. And he was like, yeah, why does this always happen on PS4? And I was like, well, it's the PS4 that's causing the issue. It's not the update itself that's, making it that way. The hardware is now a decade old. Like, it's not going to be the fastest stuff out there.
Yeah, I mean, the hardware is older than DayZ, isn't it? I mean, Boydie, did you see I've DM'd you a couple of pictures
Yes.
of some of the things my guys have been up to already on console.
I'll actually open these just so people can see. Give me 1 sec. Make that bigger. So they're already in there playing around.
Oh god, yeah. So this is with the clipping turned off now, so you can basically build anywhere. I think some of it I'll probably turn, but this is so all the restrictions taken off on console.
Right now, people are just going ham and seeing what they can do, what the effect is on the server, which is fantastic to see.
Yeah, it's so. Did he make a dirt road basically going to the Skiliski?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's Moxie done. He's made a road to Skiliski Island. He's now making a road to Debug Island. So,
oh wow!
So that's going to be pretty impressive to get. Cause I think it's another 11 kilometers across the sea to get to Debug Island. So that should be pretty cool when he does that.
Christ, there's a tower. That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, and this is just playing around. This is only in a couple of days. And although there is a little bit of boosted loot on the Chernarus servers, there's not that much more. So they are able to go and find a lot of axes and saws and cut up a lot of wood, chop down a lot of trees and sort of stuff. It's going to be terrible for the environment.
Yeah.
And the problem is, of course, although I mean, the problem he had with this one, with the tower, was falling off it. Because you're dead, aren't you? So you've got to be so careful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't run down it. You have to.
And the one with the throne, that's an example of where you can now put you can put stuff closer together, so you can actually make stuff out of the existing stuff. Kind of like he's made that stuff out of tires and barrels, and you can just put stuff together to start, creating these things that previously, you couldn't do. So so at the moment on my servers, for example, I'm running not really a competition. It's more of a draw where I'm saying, guys, whatever you do, it doesn't matter what it is, put it in. We have a separate channel, and then at the end of the month, we'll have a draw for a free DayZ sweatshirt. That sort of stuff. Because I think the imagination that we're going to see with this sort of stuff on console and PC, because it's the same.
Yep,
it's going to be pretty amazing.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is.
So look sorry, go ahead, Marks.
I've had just a load of positive feedback, and all the console players seem to be very, very happy that they now have this option. It's good to. I think a lot of them were kind of slowly. Well, some of them were slowly getting kind of bored of DayZ because it was getting a bit repetitive. But now with this option, it gives them more things to do and more things to grind for, which is great.
DOJ reckons he won't reach Debug Island. The plots will despawn after each restart once he reaches the map limits.
Well, maybe we'll get a team of us down there. We'll all be there with our shovels.
Yeah,
and we'll have to do it before a server restart.
Look, at the end, the weird thing is there'd be people out there who would watch it if you were to do that as a video as well, mate, and upload hours of footage. Like I still remember DonSibley's running to reach the very end of the map. And he set a character just with auto run on and just let him run through debug until he finally reached the end, which I thought, it was hours. It was like 8 hours or something. And he left it going through the night, and you'd get up periodically and just check on it. And there were people sitting in his stream watching it. And then he uploaded it as a video, the full, however long the video was, of him, just his character just slowly running with God mode on. And yeah, it was funny. There are people who are interested in watching these sorts of weird things about DayZ.
Yeah, just stream it on YouTube and then put it up as a video afterwards.
Mm.
Be the easiest way to do it. But it would be interesting to actually watch that, yeah.
But look, at the end of the day, I feel for this guy. I hope he gets some sort of solution and resolution. This was from a few days ago. This isn't stuff that's just come through to me today. There may have been an update since then, but I don't remember seeing anything. But yeah, I hope there's some resolution for him. Scalespeeder, do you want to hang around and be our foul lad until you have to call it quits tonight, mate?
Yeah, I mean, I can never. But thank you.
You broke up a bit there, mate, but I guess you were saying you could never be exactly lad.
Yeah, that's right. Is my internet?
Yeah, you're dropping out a little bit. It's only just started happening too.
Well, yeah, I'll see if I.
It's his plan. Blame the internet and then he'll leave.
Do the AJ fade away. Okay, what else have we got on the agenda this week? Well, let's continue talking about 1.15. It was Scalespeeder, if your internet's back, this was really a console update. This was a massive update for console. We sort of touched on it, but if there's any console players in chat, I would love to know, I'm thinking about it now, and it's probably something I should have put out, but I'd love to know some of the cool stuff that some of the console communities have done to their servers. And if there's been any issues, we did circumspect Wonder, Mark's last week or the week before, about what the effect this new basically build anywhere was going to have on some of these console communities, whether they're struggling with the increased performance or yeah,
that was my thing was performance, so whether it would actually they would run, a decent thing, but they also I haven't heard anything saying otherwise at the moment, so
yeah.
Seems to be doing fairly well.
I think what will happen is it's when people start building these really huge bases with 20 level watchtowers on each corner and things like that. That's when it will grind to a halt where you'll walk towards them and the server will slowly stop. That's what's going to happen.
And what's your server been like?
Yeah, they're fine, but people haven't had a chance to really go to town. But I know we had a Halloween event not long ago, and just about 10 of us turned up at one of the guys' bases, and I'd spawned in the spooky mist, so it was all spooky, and we all had the Halloween hats on, and then we all started firing flares off, and then boom, that was it. The server went to like 1 frame a second. So there's going to be problems. One of the most exciting things, though, is did you see my video with the little area I added to the northeast airfield of the evac area up there?
I haven't.
No. Okay, so one of the most exciting things that it's really, really, really easy to do now, see if I can get a picture for it, is the fact that you can now use... It's the one that is free JSON. It's about adding... It says free evac POI area JSON file for Northeast Airfield. Like that, I think. Be in the last 4 or 5 videos. I think. Let's see if I can get it. Maintenance really.
Oh yeah, the Daisy Northeast Airfield, Krasno Airfield, evac.
There we go.
Yeah, so I think if you go into
everybody,
might be a bit
welcome
of a video at the
to.
front, I think.
I've turned the audio off the video so you could talk, Scalespeeder.
Right, yeah, I can't actually see it because I've turned off the stream, so hopefully my internet's a bit better. So what we can really do now is using the new custom JSON file, the gameplay JSON. You can use Dayz Editor on your PC to create scenes, whatever there may well be in the editor, and then you can export them to a similar JSON file and a similar map group POS file, and then very, very easily you can add things to the map. So in that one I added like the C-130, some military tents, some containers, and a couple of buses and some cars. with the right angles, you can tip them over. But really importantly, they all spawn loot as well in the correct way for the map. So a player, if they didn't know the northeast airfield, they can go there, and as long as you're fairly subtle about it, you can make it look like it was always meant to be there. And of course, you can also add zombies and police zombies there as well. So you add to it, and it's really easy to do. That's the main thing. It's really, really easy to do. So what we're going to be seeing over the next few weeks and few months is JSON packs done by people who can run Dayz Editor. And you can do it by hand as well, but if you're using the editor, it's super, super easy to do, where whole sections of the map can be added to. You can't take stuff away, but I know you guys were interested in the that server that's going back to pre 0.63. Yes, so I don't know what those bits of DayZ look, but if I went back and watched some of those videos, we can then go in and then we can add, not exactly the same because we can't spawn everything, but we can
can't really change the topography either.
No, we can't do stuff like that. But when you say things like this part of the northeast airfield is really bare, there's no cover, it used to be a sniper's paradise or something, we can try and recreate that very, very easily. And importantly, it'll have the infected and it will have the loot. So it will just be like any other area of the map. And because it spawns in at server start and it's not an event or an associated thing like that, it's spawning in as part of the game right at the beginning. It's rock solid. As long as you get your positioning right, so nothing's floating in midair, it's just like it's meant to be there all the time. And I think that's the exciting thing. You're going to go to servers, and it's console or PC, and you'll be going through an area, and you'll be like, you may have played DayZ for 1,000 hours, but if they do it right, you'll be like, ooh, is this meant to be here? Because it'll be part of the landscape. It'll have a different sort of flavour on it. So that's what I'm really excited about.
What does it do for FPS? Like, so you add all these, buildings or vehicles or whatever. Does it decrease FPS, increase it? Does it stay the same?
So it'll affect FPS in exactly the same way as any other area would affect it in the game. So, if you were going into Chernogorsk, your FPS drops, doesn't it? If you're on a slower machine. If you're just going into a small area like the northeast airfield, then your FPS doesn't get affected. So as long as if you were to create a whole new town, a whole new city, the FPS will drop just like it does on any other area of the map. But if it's just small areas, like you're creating a small village or a small FOB like that, in the middle of the woods or something, on the edge of the map, or like on Livonia, you could create like tent cities or little areas somewhere else, and you can angle them all so they're all, the editor is absolutely amazing, because obviously the editor, you can make it snap to the ground and get everything lined up, and then you can spawn in as a player and run around and just check everything looks just right. And then you can add the loot as well, and it's easy to do. So when a player gets there, there's a reason to be there. It's not just furniture. There's actually the proper stuff that would normally spawn there. So if you create say an FOB up in the northwest in Cherna, it's like further than Tizzy, like really near the corner of the map, that will spawn in high level gear. And if you put it near the coast, it will spawn in low level military gear.
So it's picking up on the relevant tier area for that part of the map.
Yeah, and I was having another chat with Adam the other day as well, in one chat with him just in his stream, and he was very excited about what they're going to be bringing to console in terms of loadouts. He said again the fact that being able to change a player's initial loadout on spawn is coming to console. We will be able to do it.
I didn't even know that you could do that. That you couldn't do that. Sorry, at the moment.
Yeah, I was asked about that. I think literally today as well. I was asked, so when are we going to be able to change people's spawning gear? And I actually quoted you, Skill Speeder, saying that it was going to be coming soon. We didn't know when exactly. So that's actually great to know that it is going to be coming soon.
It's so exciting because, and Adam said, he says, there's so much more we think we can give to console, but they've got to do it in a special way because the consoles are all locked down, aren't they? And you've got to be careful. But I figured, the first step in having this custom folder on the Nitrado servers where we put our custom JSONs, the next bit will be, there's going to be a JSON for loadouts. There's going to be a JSON for who knows what, for all these extra things that they're going to slip in. And then you can see, you're going to spawn in on a map. There's going to be a military tent waiting for you. You're going to have an M4 on your back, and it's going to be PvP heaven. And there's going to be, fingers crossed, there'll be a trader in the corner there.
Have you so also with 1.15, have any of you noticed the new food changes?
Yes.
To hunger and stuff
I
like that?
still don't have my head around them. But I just know that it wasn't as easy, it appeared to me, to get to full, like the real full hydration / energy. You get stuffed quicker, it seems.
Yeah, if you, I hit full, like I had like the full stomach, where my food was all the way up, and it didn't last as long either. It only lasted about half hour before it dropped off again, and you had to eat again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's happening now is that it's taking a lot longer for your stomach to process the food. So it's more difficult to stay at full. But at the other end of it, you can exist a lot longer on just water. I think it's quite a good change as well. So as long as you keep drinking, you're not going to die in the same way that you used to. Rather, I thought it was a bit silly, wasn't it? You would die. I mean, who's going to die of hunger in half an hour? You're not. Even me.
It was like 10 minutes and you'd be dead after hitting red, flashing red.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, now if you keep drinking, you can survive for much, much longer, which I think is. And I was talking about it the other day on one of my streams about how this direction that Adam's taking us, I think is so exciting.
Yeah.
With adding all these stuff into console, he's playing around with survival bits a bit. Okay, he's throwing in some things that maybe people don't like with the hit markers. But he's trying stuff out, which is so good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Raxto saying, hi, water max is 5k, now in 1.15 is max energy 5,000, whereas before it was 7,500. So it's lower, and I still had trouble getting there, and I'm normally quite good at that, because, okay, that's very, very interesting. I'm guessing we'll probably see Wobo deep dive into it. Ford Irish guy saying you don't need to eat anymore as long as you keep drinking water. Going hungry doesn't make your health go down anymore. Okay, so I've got some playing around to do. I'll be jumping on tomorrow morning with a mate of mine, Vigilante Gamer, and I'm a freshie. I died at the end of a raid that I'll be talking about later, and I'm going to be playing around with the hydration and energy, because I really want to get my head around it, because I don't know whether it's a good change or a bad change based on my own experience, but I'm interested in it because even just the sheer volume of food you could eat before you got stuffed. I'm not talking about full energy, but just to get stuffed was insane. Now it seems like it's a less food and your stomach ends up stuffed. But yeah, I'm very interested in what they've done.
It's a good update, I think, because it actually gives new players a chance of surviving longer. I think, because I think what I might actually do is make a very simple breakdown video on how to survive longer with this new kind of kind of food feature. Now that you can just kind of sip water and still have your hunger out, even if you're red, or have your thirst up even if you're red hunger or whatever. Because a lot of new players now will come into it, because it threw me off as well when I first came into it. I was kind of...
Did you spawn in yellow now, don't you?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. And it threw me off for a while, but I got used to it. But if you're a brand new player, it's going to take you a long time to get used to. So I think having a simple video out there, and I'm assuming Mobo is going to be doing one as well at some stage. I think I was talking to him in his Discord, and he said he was going to do it. But it'll be a few weeks away, because he has to do 1.14 and then 1.15 and get all the details and stuff. But yeah, it'll be pretty interesting to see what the stats are.
Now let's watch this quickly. I did have to give out to the people who spotted it, but if you look closely, not quite sure why they didn't get this survivor to use the new barbed wire bat. He used the nail bat when he hit the person.
Maybe the nail bat is the nail bat in the game.
Yeah, but you thought you would have thought that for this trailer they would have actually used the new item, the barbed wire baseball bat. But yeah, maybe it was just an oversight or something. They didn't realise they didn't have the right bat, or yeah.
Also, is that a new character? That male one.
I don't know.
It looks like a new
Honestly,
character,
after the rabbit hole I went down with Hannah, and fucking Are You High, and all that sort of shit, I've kind of deliberately stepped back a bit. But I was following it, and the person in the yellow NBC gear was apparently the girl with the hunter backpack with the flower on it, and I am so confused now.
Yeah, I just give up.
I mean, one of the other sorry, buddy.
No, go for it, mate.
Say, one of the other exciting things about this update as well was the documentation that came along with it as well. Because one of the things about DayZ is that there's not that much written down officially about how to do modding and how to guide to stuff. But I don't know if it was Adam or someone in his team. But for this one, with documentation about the new gameplay.json and how to edit it and how to do the XMLs, they updated the official DayZ wiki about it as well, which was really, really good as well. Really good, because I know coming to it's only XML modding on the console side, but when we all came to that on console a couple of years ago, I think we were all pretty shocked about how little stuff there was written down that you could follow anyway. And most of it was from like 2014. But the fact that they've gone to the effort, BI have gone to the effort, and the DayZ team have gone to the effort of adding this stuff in, bodes really well for the future as well. People being able to learn how to do this and implement it themselves, and being able to do stuff without Steam mods as well, and having to keep those up to date. So a big bravo to Adam and his team for following up with that stuff, with those.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting next year, like what they were able to pull off this year. Like it's going to be interesting to see when the 2022 roadmap comes out. I'd assume sometime in December. What they're going to tease.
You've got to get him on the Christmas show, Boydie, Marks, and you have to get Adam drunk. You've got to do it, because there's so much he wants to tease.
Okay, I'll say now that Scotty has said he will be coming on the Christmas show, and all I know is he's bringing a surprise guest. That's all I know. This isn't me holding info back, but Scotty will be here, and he said he has someone coming, and it's a surprise who. So I don't, fingers crossed it's Adam, but at the end of the day, I'll be happy with anyone from the fucking dev team coming on, because they've had such an amazing year, and I really want to share that with them.
Absolutely, and I think anybody who's watching who's on console who doesn't know the fact that Adam, the lead developer of DayZ, you can go to Twitch, and he's on Twitch and he's streaming, and he will answer your questions. You can ask him stuff, and he will answer about DayZ. It's absolutely it's stunning, the fact that you can go on there and you can talk to the lead developer of DayZ.
I think the last person who did that was Brian Hicks. And that was a long, long time ago. And even then they were intermittent. We've never had a lead dev of DayZ this approachable. And he's just so chill about it. He's got a cheeky sense of humour. You often hear that little giggle of his where, when you're talking about something that he can't talk about. Or when you ask him about something that he can't really talk about. But no, he actually rated me the other day, and it made me so happy to see so many people watching him, which is fantastic.
It's amazing, and you can hear his enthusiasm for the game when he's playing it. When he comes across a bug, like he can't pick up a gun or something because the game's bugged, he doesn't try and look like coat it in sugar or anything. He's like, "Oh God, why haven't we sorted this out yet?" that sort of thing. And it's absolutely fantastic. So if you don't know, if people watching or listening don't know, go over to Twitch, search for the Mal Survivor.
Merita's channel.
Follow
Merita is one
and
of
then
our.
just go in there and say hi. It's marvelous.
Just don't go in there thinking that you can chat shit to him, because you'll probably get banned very, very quickly.
Oh yeah, just
He'll answer your questions. Yeah, he'll answer your questions if you're obviously nice to him. Like, but if you're going in there going, why isn't your fucking shitty game not working? He probably won't.
I've just shared his channel in the Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook chats for those who want to go in there and watch him. And he streams regularly. He's partnered now as well. So, yes, I know he's in a paid job, but everyone likes a couple of extra bucks here and there. And he's probably got some of the coolest, unique Daisy emotes that I've seen. And he's also got one specific to his Demulch map as well. So if you like the old Twitch culture of the emotes and all the rest of it, he's got some pretty fucking cool ones. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, no, it was a great patch overall. I still have not found an org. I've been doing chopper crash after chopper crash, and I just can't fucking find them.
Found that in my first one.
Yeah.
I was very, very happy.
Yeah, DanceofJesus is in there watching him a lot. He's got some pretty cool little things. If you save your Twitch channel points and use them so he throws what he has in his hands. He's a delight to watch because he plays DayZ. He's probably not like a lot of other streamers out there either. He doesn't just run around and run and gun. He has a very interesting style. He's fun to watch. And he's got such a quirky sense of humor as well. I'm a huge fan of the guy. I feel really bad because I started my stream off the other day and I said, if I reach 30 viewers, I'm going to tell you all the grossest story you've ever heard. And thanks to Adam's raid, I did reach the 30 viewers and I fucking cleared out the room. He came across with 70 people and I ended up, I think, at less than what I was when I started. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever tell that story again. Were you there for that, Marks?
No, I wasn't.
Oh my God, it's in the VOD. I think that was from Tuesday's stream last week. But yeah, all I'll say is it involved a carbuncle. It's on you if you Google what a carbuncle is. But yeah, I'm imagining you're Googling it right now, Marks.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Smart lad.
Nasty.
Smart lad. But yeah, no, overall, a good solid patch to finish the year with. Johnny Bravo, not that story again. And I'm so happy, so fucking happy for our console brothers and sisters. And it sounds like, as you were saying, Scale Speeder, that things are just going to get bigger and better in the year ahead. It's a win-win for everyone. Win-win for everyone.
Yeah, the 2022 teaser thing that I was saying earlier is going to be very interesting to see what they tease in that.
Yes. Now let me have a look. What else did I have here? Okay, so I've got a question for you guys. I had a thought during the week. Loot cycling. Now I have been very, very, very opinionated on loot cycling. If you've ever watched me stream, I come across it's usually in industrial spawns, I find, and it's quite often on servers where you have base building, and people are basically loot cycling. Which, for those who don't know, it's not. I'm not talking about a hack or an exploit. It is sort of an exploit, but this kind of ties into the question. So what they do is they go in there, if there's, say, a generator or a lamp or one of the power lights or whatever, floodlights, they'll pick it up and they'll move it out of that shed, place it on the ground just outside to trigger the game into eventually respawning something in there. I hate it with a passion. It pisses me off because, but I'm the sort of person who's happy to spend 4 hours running around trying to find a box of nails. I know that's not everyone. And we've talked many a time in the past, Marks and Scale Speeder, about how not everyone has that same amount of time to play. And they might not like playing on the high loot servers. But is it cheating or a legit game mechanic? Because you go, Marks.
I say it's a legit game mechanic. I don't think it's a cheat. Because at the end of the day, you're not really hurting anyone by doing it. The only thing that they mightn't get is they mightn't get whatever piece of loot that's there.
Let's clarify on it. It's if it's against the rules on a community server, then it's cheating because you're breaking a rule of that server. But let's talk about it on the vanilla servers, servers that have got no rules. And I totally understand, Rag Tyson, that you'd ban it for 7 days on a community server. But Scalespeeder, what do you think about it for a vanilla server? What do you think of loot cycling?
Okay, so I've got this theory about loot days and how it works. All right, and I know actually how it works with the loot economy. It's doing bits of the map at different times. So if you leave, stuff spawns in. But so the question is, like, when you go to somewhere like a military tent and there's a pistol on the ground, buttstock, why can't your character find everything that's in that tent? Why, when you go away and come back, is there different stuff there? So my logical explanation.
And look, we know why, because it's the game mechanic. But are you talking about like as an in-game sort of theory?
As the in-game logic, yeah.
Yep.
How does the logic? And my logic is that you remember. I don't know how it was in Armour, for example. If you search a build like a pile of rubbish, or something like that in the mods, there's a wheel that spins, and then randomly you'll then find something there. And this is my theory, how I explained loot in DayZ. When you go into a tent or a house and you find something, your character has searched around and they found that particular thing, like randomly, and it's showing it you there in the game. Then if you go away and come back again, something else hasn't appeared. Your character has searched it and found something else there as well. Because you've had that time. And that's why you can't find much stuff in buildings, because you haven't got much time to search. And that's why you find different stuff every time you go back. So for me, loot cycling is... I've got no problem with it, because it takes you time to do it. Mm-hmm. And by my sort of weird logic of the fact that when you go into a building, you're not actually finding the stuff. It's like a random chance of what you found, because your character searched through and they just happened to have found behind the cupboard there was a can of peaches that time, and when they come back, they searched behind the wardrobe and there was a pistol. That's so I'm not bothered by loot cycling, because it takes time to do. You've got to go away and you've got to come back.
Because the other thing I want to add to it is, when I say cheating, it's an exploit per se, in a sense, but the other thing that people need to remember with it is that just because you've moved something doesn't guarantee you're going to get the item that you want. It just basically, as you said, Scalespeeder, it gets the wheel to respin and a random item will appear in its stead.
Yeah.
You were going to say something, Mark?
The place you see it most common nowadays, especially on vanilla servers, is the medical center or the medical tents at the northeast airfield.
Yep.
Where the NBC gear spawns. You always go down. There's medical scrubs all over the floors in there and everything, like out by the containers and stuff.
Yep.
People are trying to get the gear to spawn.
And
I
haven't been back there in a while.
Every time I've gone there, there's nothing there, because people just keep coming back to loot cycling constantly. So that's the one thing I've seen recently, like that. It's blatant loot cycling. I've done loot cycling before, but it was on like heavily modded servers, and we were doing it on a server where you would pick an item up, like there'd be an LMG on top of a tower. You'd leave that tower, go search a barracks, come back to that tower 5 minutes later, go back up there, another LMG would spawn. And it's just because of the spawn rates I think the server was set at.
Mm-hmm.
It was just spawning them so quickly back in that you could sit there for 20 minutes and come back out there with, some of the best guns in the game. Which, that's a bit crappy, but it is heavily modded as well.
Yeah. But the key thing people need to remember is horses for courses. When in Rome, do as a Romans say. Basically, it is 100% an exploit, and there's nothing much you can do about it, sadly. And it's a huge problem for servers who care about economy. As Rag Tyson said, some communities are set up in a way that if you don't like the way that loot is on that server, don't play it. Go find another server where you can go and just loot a few guns and then run to a trader and buy everything you need. Stick to the rules of the server you're playing on. But yeah, I'm still not a fan of it, but that's because I've got a bit of spare time and I'm happy to just run around for 4 hours trying to find a box of nails. I understand that not everyone else is, but don't break the rules of the house that you're in is the key thing to take from this, I reckon. What do you say, Scarlspeeder?
Absolutely. Yeah, if the server rules are you're not allowed to do it, then don't do it. But Marx brings up a really good point. Generally, if you've got an overpopulated server in terms of the loot economy, it's really easy to loot cycle because you just pick something up, throw it on the floor, run out, come back again. You see it. Don's got a great video when we first did the shop on console, and literally you could walk into the shop and you'd see the stuff start to appear on the walls because there was so much of it in the economy. So yeah, if it's against the rules, don't do it. If it isn't, fits my logic. Easy.
Exactly.
Yeah, if it's not in the rules, more than likely somebody else is going to do it. So
yeah. Now, I saw a post on Facebook.
Oh, I know this poster. I'll put up there.
To be honest, I don't understand this game. I'm not Russian, so I have no idea where anything is. I've tried like 15, I love that he calls them matches, and literally can't find enough food and water no matter how many buildings I loot. Probably going to delete, can't see how it's fun unless you got someone teaching you how to play. The game doesn't explain anything about crafting either. So, well, I know we've discussed this, I think it was last year maybe when we had Scotty on, and I think we even broached this idea with him, or it might be a time before, but I know at one stage Scotty has said that the way they see it is that part of the beauty of DayZ is the fact that it doesn't hold your hand. But it got me wondering, Marks, that is... I 100% agree with it, but that's because I'm a nerd. And I'm prepared to go and, search about stuff on videos, on video games I play and stuff like that. But I do wonder how many people out there have bought this game. They don't do YouTube. They don't do Twitch. They had a friend mention it to them and they thought, yeah, I'll give it a try. And they've jumped on themselves and just gone, this is fucking shit. What am I meant to do? There's nothing that tells you how to create a campfire. There's nothing that tells you how to create a backpack from burlap rope and a few sticks. There's nothing that explains how to cook or anything like that. That you put a sharpened steak and you can put the meat on the end of it. There's absolutely nothing. And I wonder how many people have just, like this guy, they've tried something outside their normal comfort zone, like you say, they're typical COD player, and they've gone, fuck this, and just uninstalled.
Yeah, I think, number one, this guy posted this out of frustration because he goes, I'm not Russian, so I have no idea where anything is. As if everybody who plays this game is Russian.
Yeah.
I don't know a single word of Russian. But it's like I think majority of the people who bought this game and play this game have probably bought it because they've watched YouTube videos of it. There is obviously going to be the people out there who may have seen it on the PlayStation Store and thought, oh, that looks interesting. It's on sale. Why not pick it up and give it a go? I had watched hundreds and hundreds of hours of DayZ and the Armored 2 mod before I had even bought DayZ. So I knew what I was doing when I bought the game and got into it. I knew how to kind of start off. But it definitely is... Yeah, it definitely doesn't hold your hand. I don't know how they would even implement something like that. I suppose they could do like a single player thing maybe where it puts you into that.
Well, what do they do on consoles, Carl? There's that video on console that we've watched in the past where when you spawn in, It has that little scene with old mate talking to you on the radio.
Yeah, so you can watch that video, and yeah, you have that guy talking radio. I think it's a really big problem. I know personally, I tried the 1 hour trial for DayZ on Xbox when it first came to the game preview program, and absolutely hated it. Couldn't stand DayZ. I thought it was the worst game ever. In fact, I made a video saying this is the worst game ever. Can't believe how somebody's made a game like this. About a year later, I'd watched more videos. I thought, no, and I was really into PUBG, and they kind of look similar, don't they? I thought, no, I'm going to give it another go. So I signed in on my son's account and had another go with the free hour that you get, and I was kind of sort of got it. And then it came out on PlayStation, and I thought, right, I'm going to give it a go, and we'll see. And I had to put an awful lot of effort into to get past that first being able to survive, and then really enjoy the game. Because it's not until you learn how to survive that the game opens up, and you get past that opening a tin of beans or knowing to load a gun to all of a sudden the land of Chernarus opens up before you, and you're like, oh my god, this is one of the most amazing games ever. So yeah, on board. But Bohemian Interactive have it with Armour as well. If you buy Armour on the Steam sale now and think, oh, I'll give this a go, oh my god, you forget it. You jump into that campaign and you'll be dead in about 2 minutes, and you won't have a clue what to do. So
you mentioned an interesting thing there, and this kind of ties in. I was going to read Zyson's comment next. Some people also struggle with the fact that the game doesn't give you an objective. At least in Armour, you've got the campaign side of things. DayZ doesn't have a campaign. I struggle to think of another game that is as open-ended as DayZ is. Scum's talking about adding in something where you can rebuild a helicopter or some sort of way of actually leaving the island that you're on. In Minecraft has the Ender Zone or whatever it's called that you can work towards, but with DayZ there is no fucking objective other than whatever you set yourself. So combine that with what am I meant to do? Whatever you want, which there are people who really struggle with it. I've seen that comment so many times. What am I meant to fucking do in this game? And I've replied every single time, whatever you want, use your imagination. Be a good guy, be a bad guy, be a crazy guy, fucking anything in between or beyond that. And then combined with, but how do I do anything? Learn it. I think Dean Hall called it the anti-game. If correct me if I'm wrong, but it really is an anti-game in a sense.
Yeah, but they've got to do something about it. There's a reason why when you look at the Steam charts, okay, DayZ has got loads of people playing it, like 30,000, but there's a reason why Ark has got more. There's a reason why Rust has got so. I mean, they're nowhere near as good as DayZ, those games. But they've got more players because the onboarding is much better, I think. And I think they should have a little single-player level that's just like a little village that you wake up, and it would just be like in the video with the radio where, and it tells you, go here, pick up this tin, open this tin, eat it, find this magazine, put this bullet in the magazine, change your clothes, ring out your clothes, right? And then it should go, right, okay, you're ready, pick a server, and you're on. Thing.
Yeah, it should give you like the basics, learn to maybe make a fire as well. Something like that.
Absolutely.
Maybe spawn in a zombie or two as well that, give them a chance to maybe hit them with a knife or something or with your fists or whatever, just so they get the very, very basics down. Like you mentioned Rust there. I spawned into Rust the other day. My brother wanted me to play, and I logged into that game and I hadn't a fucking clue what I was meant to do. I was running around cluelessly for the entire hour and a half that I was playing. I had no idea what to do whatsoever. And
but with Rust though,
quite to rock and run after people, isn't it?
Yeah, but with Rust, if you open up the menu and you look at it, gives you recipes for how to do stuff and how to make the bow, how to make the arrows. It tells you all these things.
Yeah, true.
See in the game, like Scum does.
Now you mentioned those other games before, Ark and Rust and all the rest of them, but. Is part of the reason why DayZ is still relevant, coming on almost 10 years after the mod was created, the fact that for those of us who play the game, we love it because of the fact that it's so unforgiving.
Yeah.
Because it sorts the wheat from the chaff in a sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be DayZ. It wouldn't have that DayZ feel if you suddenly, bought the game and logged in and it was a tutorial. I see how it could help people, but if you logged in and it was just a tutorial straight away, it wouldn't give it that DayZ feel, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like Cinnamon just said, because it's so close to real. What do you think, Skullspeeder?
See, I don't know. I disagree a bit because I think the DayZ is all about the guys, and I'd love to see a documentary about it one day. Guys and girls who made the Chernerus map, how they created this land for us based on real places in the Czech Republic. It's unbelievably immersive, and I know the engine gets a lot of grief as well. I personally think the DayZ engine is one of the best engines in terms of immersion. It's better than Armour. It's better than the COD engine. It's better than the Battlefield engine. With all the ambient sounds and the way you have to move, you feel so grounded in DayZ. You feel like you're there. And I think if they took that and added more stuff to it, I think DayZ would probably be would be one of the most popular games ever. If they added, for example, like the Zeus AI engine, so you could make missions, or they put missions in where you could have missions that do proper missions where you could wander around the map, and this would probably be on different servers. It doesn't have to be on public servers. It could be on a special type of public servers where people could go to places, and there was a trader, or there was an AI faction you had to shoot, or there were helicopters that you could fly around, or you could have, a conquest type server, or you could have stuff like that. The environment that you're in Chernerus, or Livonia, or Banov, the environments that the DayZ engine create are second to none, I think, in terms of size and scope and immersion. So I would love to see them add lots more to it, and I think it would become incredibly popular. Make it some of the bits look a bit better. But
does this hurt the game? Does this hurt the game though? Because at the end of the day, let's consider Steam. How many people have bought the game, gotten the shits of it, uninstalled, and left a bad review? This is why I called this in the agenda. Is DayZ its own worst enemy? Marks, what's your thoughts on that?
Yes and no. No, because I think it makes it unique that way. That it's it has no tutorial levels and stuff like that, and you just have to go into it, and you have to do your own research, or just find out your own way. And then yes, at the same time, because obviously it's going to not be as likable to like the COD players or the Battlefield players, or the people who just want an objective. Like I remember there was a time, when was it? It was last year. I think around this time last year, wasn't it? DayZ exploded and Shroud was playing it and Summit was playing it again and everything like that. And the Syndicate Project, he's a YouTuber, streams as well, and he used to play the game years ago back in the alpha days. And his videos are really good, and they got millions of views.
Yeah, Mr. Moon became famous.
Yeah, and he never played it since then. And he installed it one day on stream because it was blown up again, so he wanted to give it a go, see what all the fuss is about. And I don't think he lasted an hour before he turned it off and went back to playing Call of Duty again. Because the last time he played it was on the old engine. So when he went into it again, it was completely different to what he had already played before. And so he just gave up. So I can see how, it can be. And then when you see a streamer do that and be like, okay, I give up in this game, that's obviously going to not probably bring as many sales as you want. So
look, if they were to introduce a tutorial, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I would understand why they did it. But for me personally, I'm kind of with Melbourne. DayZ is its own genre. I like that it doesn't appeal to everyone. It's one of the ballsiest games to. I've got to give fucking kudos to Bohemia Interactive. The fact that they have stuck with leaving it the way it is. The temptation to make a hand-holding tutorial mode is massive. But they've chosen never to do that. And because of that, they've sorted the wheat from the chaff, like I said before. If anyone doesn't understand that, saying it's basically it's kind of derogatory in a sense, but it's getting rid of the useless shit from the good shit. They toss the weed into the air and the outer husk sort of thing floats off or whatever it is. They call it chaff. And the good seed that's turned into flour drops down to the ground. And I would understand why they did it if they ever did it. One thing I would say, and Scale Speeder, I think you're probably going to agree with this, they need to make it easier for people to start their own server. One thing I'll say in Scum's favour is in the menu you have just a button that all you've got to do is push that button and you can create your own single player map. You've got full admin tools. You can play around on that. Having to go to YouTube and watch videos on how to create a server for yourself to play on, or maybe set up a LAN at home and you can play with your mate or whatever. It's an overly complex process. They should allow, and that may find some people, okay, I'll start off with in single player mode to try to learn. That said, though, there's kind of nothing like a baptism of fire in DayZ. That's one thing that nearly all of us remember is that first time we logged on and you got captured by bandits and they force-fed you a rotten kiwi or disinfectant and you just literally had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's almost criminal, the fact that there is no single-player DayZ when you buy the.
Yeah.
I think when you buy DayZ, they should, on PlayStation, Xbox, or PC, there should be a single-player option. They should have time in servers where when you spawn in, they should say, right, okay, we can see you haven't been playing the game very long. Let's put you into this Bambi server where it's only new people, and once you've been playing there for 20 hours, we'll put you in with the big boys. I think it's terrible. It really is. If there's one thing that's terrible about DayZ, there's no easy single player option, so you can just, yep, and you're right, just like with Scum, you can say, yeah, I just want to play on my own server.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is terrible. You can't.
They really do need to add achievements, though, don't they, Mark?
Apparently, they have them on console and stuff, but they have certain achievements.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, because I saw somebody, I think it was on Reddit, somebody hit like a 500-meter shot or something like that, and he got an achievement for marksman or something like that in the game. But yeah, it'd be cool to have them on Steam. It'd be something to grind for.
Yeah. Yep. Survived your first hour. Just little. At the end of the day, most people are suckers for medals, and everyone's a winner. We all get a medal, yay! But survived your first hour, killed your first infected.
Read them on mine.
Hey,
I've got some of mine. I can read them out.
Yeah, read them out. Can you share your sky? No, you can't because that's console.
No, it's on my Xbox. So we've got natural instincts for gutting a deer, lobotomy, killing 20 survivors or infected with a headshot, field cooked steak on a stick, babyface, shaved, pacify, killed an infected soldier, geared, equipped a firearm. They're not very challenging, these. Bodily needs, ate and drank something. Oh, I tell you what, here we go. Okay, so this gives you a really good idea of how many people stop playing DayZ. Okay, so the bodily need achievement on Xbox, where you've got to have ate and drank something.
Yep.
Only 40% of gamers have unlocked this.
Wow.
All right, so that, I mean, and you've got to remember that, but DayZ is free on Game Pass, so undoubtedly millions of people download it, they play it, and 60% of them, they must quit because they never get round to eating or drinking.
That's
actually an insane statistic. I didn't realise that, Marks. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I didn't realise that either. That's quite funny.
60% of people have started DayZ on console and not even achieved the objective of eating an item in the game.
Here we go. I've got some more here. Okay, so killed my first infect. So 60% of people have killed a zombie, but that means almost 40% never killed a zombie.
Have you got a smartphone? Can you take a photo of that and then post it on Twitter?
Yeah.
And I'll retweet that from the DayZ Twitter account. That is, oh my God.
Here we go. Yeah. Oh, that's really interesting. Right, I've got to go now, unfortunately. But it's been a pleasure, peeps, and I'll have a great. I will keep listening in, but I can't be on there. Yeah.
No, thank you for that, mate. You blow my mind. As King of Lobar said, though, people have no patience anymore. But They might. A lot of these people, I guess, are just casual gamers, and they see this game DayZ. They may have heard of it, and they're the sort who just play COD and Battlefield or other sort of quick games that only last 10, 20, 30 minutes. And they start DayZ, and it's like, what am I meant to fucking do? And if they did start on, say, a low pop server, and there's no one around, if they at least spawned on a high pop server, they might hear shots or see other people, and that may keep them interested. But yeah,
I think that's one of the big things about DayZ is why it isn't more popular, is because it doesn't have enough time. Like, you have to put time into it. And a lot of people don't have time. They just want to get on, quick game, relax, unwind after probably a long day at work, or maybe have family problems, stuff like that, where you just want to go away from the world for a while. I think that's one of the big reasons why.
But yeah, it's a brave fucking move. Kudos to them. And yeah, at the end of the day, DayZ is still massively popular. And yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Actually, but I wonder what the wonder what the player numbers have been like this week with the update. Because I was on official servers, and we were on official servers that were full, and there was a 20-player queue to get into it.
Yeah, quite high, 42,859, 24-hour peak. So, yeah, wow.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, just a recap for everyone. Our two guests that we had lined up, it was a players episode this week. I did hear from Roth, but something must have come up. And DCG Boss, we didn't hear back from. So it happens. From time to time, people, real life gets in the way and they just can't make it. But, yeah, we'll keep rolling. But no, that's pretty decent numbers.
Very good. Yeah, very, very good. This update, for whatever reason, I wasn't expecting it to do as well, like in terms of YouTube views, or it's like my video exploded. It's on 35,000 views. Scale Speeder's videos exploded with this update as well. Like, it's been very, very popular.
Yep.
For such a small update, it's not like it was 1.14. Which is great to see that even the small updates are getting hype.
Just you made me think there, King Alobar. What is the current status of DayZ on Steam?
Oh, like the reviews?
Yeah.
Good question, actually.
Do I go past it? No.
I can get it here now. It is, hang on. It is recent reviews, very positive. All reviews mixed.
Okay, so it's still going well. Also, they are nominated for the Labour of Love Award. So please go in and make sure I think that's all you got to do is tick the box. What have they said? Hey, survivors, 2021 has been an exhilarating ride for all of us. We started off strong in January by hitting our peak player count on Steam. For this, we'd like to offer our deepest gratitude to our wonderful community who stood by us and empowered us to prosper. It's such a humbling experience, and we sincerely hope that you'll stick around as we strive for newer heights. At the moment, nominations for this year's Steam Awards are underway, and would like to ask for your support once again by nominating DayZ for the Labour of Love Award. The criteria for this prestigious award is as follows. This game has been out for a while. The team is well past the debut of their creator baby, but being the good parents they are, these devs continue to nurture and support their creation. This game, to this day, is still getting new content after all these years. This, as you already know, perfectly describes what DayZ is. Not just a labour of love that belongs to the dev team or Bohemia Interactive in general. It also belongs to you, the community, who've made friends through the game and collaborate with each other to tailor the Daisy experience to your unique tastes. This year, the team has worked rigorously to release update after update and introduce new content that includes various firearms, new playstyles and upgrades, customizations to community servers, and an entirely new environmental threat that radically intensifies the Daisy experience. It's been a long and arduous road for the team, but it's totally worth it because we know and love our committed community of modders, content creators, and server owners who have been pushing out amazing content throughout the year, like creative tools, week-long competitions, and a plethora of new community maps. We are incredibly grateful for your support and believe that both the community and developers deserve this amazing award. So if you feel the same way, please cast your vote and show us your support. Thank you, Daisy team. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Is that all I've got to do is tick the box?
I went on to it and it said the nominations were over for me, so I wasn't able to vote for it.
The Steam Awards coming this December.
We'll be along about 14 minutes.
Oh, Roth, how you doing, buddy? Can't hear you,
I'm
mate.
doing pretty good.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Hey, I'll be on in about 45 minutes. I'm still here.
That's all right, mate. Okay. We shall continue. I think he said he's going to be on in a few minutes. Oh, I am at work. I'll be getting off in a few. Okay. No worries. Bada bing. Let's go back. So yeah, Daisy, I'm worst enemy, but for the most part, it seems that everyone loves it for that exact same reason. That it is so fucking hard.
Yeah, it's doing very well recently anyway.
Yeah, what else did I have? Oh, yes. Oh, how could I forget to mention this?
Peggy 18.
Well, no, that's not what I wanted to show. Let us go to Mr. Wobo's channel. Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
Bows for
Absolutely.
Christmas.
Well, maybe. Not confirmed, but maybe.
I saw your comments on, was it on Twitter? A Man Can Dream.
It was in the Discord, yeah.
In the Discord. That's right. The event looks cool. I know it's not going to be to everyone's taste, my immersion and all the rest of it. But I really don't care. Community service can get rid of it if they want, from what I understand. I like little things like that. You know, just little things that, oh, that's pretty cool. And it does look fucking cool. That big pillar of light into the sky and the Christmas music and even the audio for the actual crash. If you want to hear it, you're going to have to go watch Wobo's video. But I was more interested in the return of feathers. So, mate, if they did that, what a way to finish 2015. If they gave us bows for Christmas, what a way. That would just blow everyone's mind.
2015, you're after going back.
2015, 2021. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it would be cool, but well, do you think Surprise 6th update? Yeah, I mean, it'd be crazy if they did. I can already I can imagine the hype and the comments.
Look, I think they've been watching, and you know, when the org files were first noticed, all the modders were all over it and onto it. I bet you they've got a development version that is not live. Well, they would have, of course they would. And if they do it, it'll be last minute, I reckon, and people will lose their shit because they know that every time there's an update, there's always the DayZ nerds who understand this sort of stuff. If I understood it, I'd be delving through the files. But as I've said many a time, I can barely understand XML and JSON, let alone looking through game files. And DOJ saying, don't be hopeful. Honestly, they add stuff like that all the time. But why?
Yeah.
Why add feathers? Yeah, it's not like we're talking about adding in just a random melee weapon like a broom. They've gone to the effort of adding an extra item to, something that didn't have it before. Obtain feathers.
Unless it's going to be used for, I don't know, what else would feathers be used for?
A pillow.
Or maybe you can make like a hat or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm 100% with you, mate. A boy can dream. It would be, it was one of the go-to, it was an equalizer weapon back in the day. You could spawn in, kill a chicken, get a rope, get a long stick, craft a bow, and yes, you could always find a melee weapon and get lucky and take out a geared guy. But a bow was a great equalizer. And you could make the stone tip arrows as well. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. I might be getting confused, but it would be phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
It would be great.
Cross your fingers, everyone.
Cross fingers, don't get your hopes up.
Yeah.
You know that way?
Yeah.
Best off. It's always best to keep your hopes down, and then if it does come out, it's you'll be the happiest person ever. Because
the last bow I touched on a modded server sounded like an M5, MP5.
Yeah.
So yeah,
MP5 reload sounds. Yeah, it's funny. It would be cool.
Yeah.
I'd say I don't know why they would just suddenly put them like in just randomly.
Yeah.
Like if they were adding in bows, I think they would have done it like they would bring out a survival update where they did add in a load more survival stuff as well, whatever that would be.
I would love to see them do themed updates, to be honest. Next patch is a base building patch. Next patch is a survival base patch. Next patch is a PvP patch, and things like that.
Yeah, it would be good. I still think we will get a base building patch sometime or 2022. I hope, anyway.
Fingers crossed. And like Mark McConaughey says there, bows were a great silent zombie killer. Miss those days. 0.55 patch, I still remember it when the zombies were quite OP and loot was sparse. One thing you could always do was still make a bow. And they were great for silently taking out infected around town. Sat on drunk Santa's lap, asked him for bows in DayZ for Christmas. He said if I gave him a bottle of whiskey, he'd make sure it come true. Well, let's fucking get you that bottle of whiskey then. Oh, dear Lord. I need to know if anyone else is having this. So I sent Wobo a message. I've been having troubles with sorry, I just got a okay. I've been having troubles with the trucks. As you know, Marks. I think you saw my stream the other day when I was struggling. Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I was in Washington at the time.
Something for Wobo. I'm just going to drop this stuff here. I'll drop my vest because I'm going to need as much stamina as possible. Drop that vest as well.
See, I think this might be
go to the car.
a modded issue you're having because this doesn't happen in vanilla.
Mate.
I've never seen this happen to the trucks in vanilla.
Okay. Grab a back. Oh. Pack. Now look at the tires on the truck. They're fucking in the ground. Is anyone else getting this on their servers? And in this video, it goes for 28 minutes, as you can see. I'm not going to play it for 28 minutes and get you guys watching it. But Wobo said, do the fix that he showed for cars. And I did that. I dropped tyres, jumped in the vehicle, the tyres pop up. Then, the minute I took off again...
Middle with the body?
No. We might do that later for science. But what we're trying to do now is I know that having the wheels just in the vicinity of the truck stops the truck from being able to move. But we know that this works with cars, being able to drop it kills you. Okay, we don't need to test that. Zyson can confirm that. I will take Zyson's word for it.
I wasn't going to tell you.
You arsehole.
Thanks, Zyson.
Yeah, thank you, Zyson.
No, we should have tested it for science. I think it still needs to be
Yes,
tested.
I want you guys just to see what happens. We know that this works with cars, and that cars, for the most part, from what I understand, they stay above the truck.
Touching anything.
So this is what I did to fix it. So I just made it. I apologise, Deb, whoever is watching this. I made a boo-boo. I needed to have the truck above ground. So I needed to get Hawks to get in while the tyres are still in position to make him go above ground. And then before he starts driving, I need to remove the tyres. Otherwise, it won't let him move. Oh, you fucking jerk of a... Fuck it, put me down. Okay, so pick it up. Step.
It's a bit. Or right a bit, yeah, that's it.
Okay, so here it is. He gets in. I've dropped the tyres in. Okay, it's above ground. Truck's in the air. There.
Not stable.
Very wonky. Don't start yet. So that's what it's done to it. Start driving and try to get to the fastest you can. Safe. Oh no, it instantly went back in the ground. That's what I was trying to find out.
Has to be. Has Spud seen?
Yeah, I had.
glitch?
Well, one of the guys in the chat there, Zyson. He's one of the modders / admins of the server as well.
Right.
And the vehicles were doing the same on Churnerus as well, on the Dayz Down Under server. So, mate, what I'm trying to understand is anyone else watching has seen this with trucks as well? Because I predominantly play the Dayz Down Under servers. They're about the only ones I'd ever bother getting a truck going on because you need the 6 wheels and the battery, and usually you find them and they've only got a few wheels on them, so they're so fucking big as well. Particularly, I always laugh about how you can put the double wheel in your backpack and the front wheel doesn't fit in the backpack. So they're a real pain in the ass to get going. You know, car tires will fit in the backpack. But yeah, is anyone else in chat getting the same issue on the servers that they play on? Has anyone ever got a truck going on vanilla? Would love to know.
I have.
You have?
Yep.
No issues?
And it's no issues whatsoever. Drives perfect. Once you have all the wheels on it and stuff, it drives perfectly fine. I haven't never had it where it's stuck in the ground like that.
What was the top speeds you were able to get?
I think on standard roads about 35.
Okay,
40
so
if you're lucky.
I am still getting roughly the same top speeds then. 40 if you're lucky is usually downhill, going neutral, and I think I got it up to 60 once because you've got to put it in neutral. The gear ratio on the trucks is munted as well.
Yeah, it is like you have to, if you want to get going straight away, you start in third gear.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that until you told me that day when I was streaming.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump saying never had it on vanilla or any other servers, so it's weird. It makes you wonder. It's an easy vehicle to drive, and because you're going at that slower speed, it's a safe vehicle to drive because there's no radiator or spark plug to damage either. It's very forgiving, and it's superb off-road. Superb off-road.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I think it's my favorite vehicle in DayZ, personally.
Yeah. Yep. It just bugs me. It's a bug that bugs me. Because you get that weird dragging sound as well of the tires, like they're skidding, and it's a frustrating thing to see. What's this? Wolves of DayZ. What have you shared here?
Oh, the speed increase for the trucks, I'd assume.
Oh, mate. Oh, truck speed fix. The maximum speed is now 80 to 90 kilometres. The speeding up is much increased. Okay.
But doesn't that make that a bit overpowered though for a truck that is literally a bit based on wheels?
Yeah, but DayZ's more a realism sim than it is just a game one. I think if you fix the gear ratio, that it took a long time to get up to that speed. Because look at it, it's a pretty old clunker of a truck. It shouldn't be able to take off, and get Mach 5 in 10 seconds. It should probably take you half a minute to a minute to be able to get to those top speeds. I had V3Ss in the military service. Hunter's saying that they're really, really slow. What was the top speed of them, Hunter? It is not that extreme. It is still fairly slow compared to other vehicles, but at least it is usable. That's interesting. That's 60 kilometres an hour max. Okay, there you go. Someone who's used them. I'll take his word on it.
There you go. Yeah.
But yeah, because part of the reason why I was playing around was sort of moving on to another topic. Bit of a shill thing, but I did something on the DayZ Down Under panel Vanilla Enhanced server. So I've gone through a bit of a wrong feed. Gone through a bit of a renaissance in my DayZ DayZ playstyle, and we did one of the craziest things I've ever been involved in. Marks, you would have been you would have been just woken up. I don't know whether you came into the stream on Friday.
I was lurking. Yeah, I was up. I saw you were up really late. It was like 8 a.m. for me. I had it on the background, but I didn't chat. I was busy doing something else.
you want to get in the car?
When you jumped out of a car?
No, I had about 23 people. We did a convoy from the northwest corner of the Banov map all the way down to in the southeast corner area of the map. And we drove 3 cars, 2 trucks to a target to do a base raid. The server was high pop. So those who've been watching me play DayZ know that I normally don't do big things like that. I'm notorious for almost being a bit of a chicken when it comes to DayZ. But I just wanted to do something a bit outside my comfort zone. I've never really done much raiding. Everyone knows what a Discord is like when you get 23 people together. It was fucking chaos. And the fact that we did minimal planning and just hit up a bunch of people, and I was shocked at how many people attended on the night. And we drove across the map, and the trucks were the fucking weak point. Like the poor old guy in the Gunter, I think he said he hit second gear once the entire drive. because the 2 trucks were slow as fuck. And because of that, whenever we went through the populated areas, we were getting sniped at. We lost 2 guys in the rear Olga from the Goldies Oldies crew. And it was just absolute madness. The convoy got separated. We ended up with the Gunter and the 2 trucks together, and the Saka and the Olga were off on their own, and then they got together again. And one of the guys who was in the event, Midi, he's offered generously to collate all the footage from the night. So my stream, and he's got the recordings of some of the blokes, and he's going to try and collate it all together into a video. And to be honest, I will be watching that video as soon as he gets around to doing that, because it was one of the craziest fucking things I've ever seen and been a part of. And I'm just so fucking glad that we were able to do it. I felt sorry for the target because we raided them hard. We really fucking raided them hard. But with the way that it's set up on DayZ Down Under, there's no C4 charges, there's no hold a sledgehammer and it breaks the wall down. We had to do it vanilla-esque. We had fuck all grenades, absolutely fuck all. I think we had 4 or 6 grenades, so not even enough for one wall on this server. The rest of the time, I think we were on the target for over 4 hours. I died twice, and because we were near the main city of Banov, we had people, geared groups coming at us all through the night. At one stage, and I fucking loved it.
Did you get a kill at least?
No, fuck no.
No.
I'll show you my death at the end. At one stage, so if I skip to...
Need mags, I need fucking mags.
Oh, and I'm dead.
Oh, fucking drill.
That's our truck being driven off by bad
Just drove the
guys.
truck away.
Oh shit!
No, truck's still there, man.
There was
got that
one to the
gate
left.
covered.
There's one to the left as
Hit
well.
the wall at least.
On Don.
Out.
So the server restarted when we were under attack from them. I'll just let the audio play because you'll get to see to my
They're
death.
inside the
Right
compound.
right at the front gate.
And they were trying to steal the truck we had parked out the
Oh,
front.
are they trying to get the truck outside the gate?
Yep. They backed it up. They turned it off.
Truck is gone.
So are they in the compound or not? Is any of our guys
Negative.
in the compound?
Negative. Hold on.
Yeah, I got one. He's right side. You still up? Come in.
No, he's finished.
Shot me.
Fuck.
Who was shooting from the apartment?
I'm still in. Just installed.
You've already seen it. You've already seen me die. But it was so epic. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Scalespeeder, and anyone else who watched it. Snake Wake, yeah, I saw you in there as well, buddy. It was one of the most fun things. We ended up actually getting away from the target with a bunch of high-tier weapons and stuff like that. But yeah.
Actually looked like it would have been really, really fun to be a part of that PvP situation there.
Oh.
You had the wrong game. You had the wrong gun out. You should have had that blaze out. MP5 would have just...
But you know what I'm like, Marks. You've watched me long enough, buddy. I'm a fucking potato. I am for someone with fucking... What have I got on this profile that I use? 8,777.8 hours of DayZ, and I am still the worst fucking PvPer. And I've got another account which has got thousands of hours on it as well, which I just haven't used in ages. I'm shit. Put me in a survival situation, mate, and I can fucking survive almost any server. But you put other people on that server with me who want to kill me, it's happening. Someone's fucking killing me. Someone is fucking killing me.
I always think when I'm watching your streams, like when you're at your compound and stuff, I'm like, I could wipe all the 4 of them out right now if I just had to jump on them. I keep thinking to myself.
It's a long VOD, guys, and basically I was the commander. So you'll hear me most of the time trying to organise and just keep people rolling. And at one stage there, we were even considering aborting because we lost some of our raid gear. We had the raid gear split amongst 3 people, I found out in the end. I've shared it. If anyone's interested in watching it, there's the link to it. I don't know how many times. It was the whole mission was it was meant to be fun for us because anyone who's been watching me knows just how much time I've invested into the base that I built. And that sort of structure takes a long time to build. So it's a case of now we're going to do something fun. But it's not just going to be fun for us. I wanted to do something insane. And we ended up driving along the outskirts of the main city. We got ambushed. We got fucking people sniping at us, killing us, and they separated us. And it was absolute chaos. I felt sorry for the guys who were already in Overwatch on the target because we kept on saying we were 5 minutes out. And then something else had come up. One of the trucks had a leaking fuel tank, ran out of fuel. You know, we just, the preparation was shit. It was a shit show from start to finish, but I think that added to it. You know, if it had been a highly well-polished thing, yeah, that'd be great to watch, but pure comedic value, like when I kill myself jumping out of the car, fuck, I'm an idiot. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoy it. It was absolutely fun. And yeah, like I said, I do feel bad for the target, but it's DayZ. It's just pixels. And yeah, we're going to be doing, probably in a couple of months' time, I want to do something similar. I don't know whether I'll do a raid again, because at the end of the day, as we showed that night, when you've got 23 people going up against a base, unless that base is another faction of the same size, they don't stand a chance. We just had that much loot as we were breaking through the base that we were able to achieve. I know at one stage there, Boomik, the guy the young guy you could hear, he was using a scorpion to break walls down. We had that little ammo left, but we still did it. We still did it.
What you could have done, what the smart thing would have been to do in that situation is you should have all worn dry bags, had a shovel in one of the trucks. So then when you got to the base, so if he died, you could all bury a backpack with spare weapons in the back of it. So then you come back, dig it up.
Yep.
Right back into the
look,
did you profit at least?
No, we had no, it was a net loss in the end, we reckon. Like we started the convoy with 3 vehicles, 2 trucks. We finished with 1 vehicle and 1 truck. But we did, you could say we profited a bit in that we got some tier 4 weaponry, which we didn't have. But we lost a couple of fouls, I think, or maybe 1 foul and an SVD, and yeah. But it really wasn't about the profit. Part of the reason why we chose that target was, as far as I understand, there's only 2 towers on the map, and it was kind of there can only be 1. So we didn't know who they were. We didn't know who the base was. It wasn't a grudge. It was just that looks like a pretty cool fucking target. We had an easier option, but we went, nah, let's go balls deep, guys. Let's go fucking all in. And we did. And it was so much fun, and I had a lot of fun doing something that I don't normally do. Yeah, Melbourne, you were meant to, but it was fucking early in the morning for the Americans. Big shout out to my boy Moonshine. I think he woke up at 3 a.m. In America so he could take part in the raid. And yeah, so it was great to be a part of something fucking insane like that. And it
I totally would have hopped on something like that as well, but I think my ping for PvP would have been way too high. It's 400 or something.
Yeah, I think it's in the 320s, 330s for you. You should try it one day just so you can see what the ping is.
I might.
And even if you hit me up, mate, I might come down, pick you up, and take you to the base, get you some gear, and then you can log in quickly. Because for you, your midday and early morning-ish, because I don't know what you're like with time frames and that, but that would be peak time on that server. So if that's a time when you've always wanted to stream, but you can't, so it'd be a good chance just to get on and see what the what the PvP is like with the ping you've got.
Yeah, true.
It was worth a shout. It was like watching the Aussie version of SEAL Team 6. Yeah. No, it wasn't. It was a shit show from start to finish, but it was fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing. Brilliant. And kudos to those guys who turned up at the right time, because we were down to probably less than 10 people then, and managed to hijack a truck from us. I was so impressed with that. And that's kind of why we did what we did. We wanted to give other people something, and with all the shots that we were firing, breaking through the walls, everyone knew what was going on. Fuck, big base rate. It was only a matter of time. And, I could just imagine all the Discords were firing. Something's going on the server. I don't know whether it ever reached full pop, but it was high pop for pretty much the entire night. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Freshies running back in. You know, we had there's a camp to the south of the target. We had a vehicle there which had extra gear and food and stuff like that. Someone stole that vehicle as well because we had to abandon it because we were running low on numbers. And yeah, brilliant. Enjoy the VOD. Lots of other highlights, like when they had to rescue me. Yeah, it was great. Absolutely fucking great. Really,
buddy, can I?
Yes.
Can I go AFK for like 30 seconds?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Now, I had someone share with me a game.
Hello，大家好，我是陈阳成。有些小伙伴好奇我做的。
That's in, yeah. So, this is a boring third-person zombie game with no plot. Complete the quest to kill all the zombies. This game is a teaching case game of Billy Chen Jiesheng, not an officially released game. Look at the reviews on it. Overwhelmingly positive.
What the hell have I just witnessed? What is this?
It's called Deathly Stillness. Release date 4th of September 2021.
Is that like one of these? You know the way like with on the DayZ launch there's those like fake Chinese servers? Is it something like that where it's like botted things?
Total production time is only 17 days. There are 2 maps and weapons of different difficulty for players to choose from. There are no health packs, which means you have to keep an eye on your health. 5 or more melee attacks will trigger a skill that can kill a zombie in one blow. Unless you have super high marksmanship, you'll need to search the scene for ammo supplies. This game is the reason why I list Steam is just to allow my fans to quickly download the experience. I'm just the reason I'm sharing it is it's zombie related. What's the cost of it? Free to play. It's a free to play game.
Free.
So if you're looking for something just to, it's got overwhelmingly positive reviews. I have no idea who this person is. The developer of Legends. He's given us Zombies and Booba and hasn't charged us a dime for it. Take no AAA studio. Stop by. Oh, okay. It's,
Yeah.
yeah, it probably is a shit shooter, but like for free. And if you're really into this sort of stuff, for a free game, I understand why it's overwhelmingly positive now. But yeah, go for it. Go for it. Knock your socks off.
I might download it and make a video on it.
So yeah, I just wanted to share it. I can't remember who sent it to me. I should have made better notes before the show, but yeah, it looks genuinely interesting. I'll probably even have a look at it myself, just for shits and giggles, because there's nothing quite like killing zombies. So yeah, I just wanted to share it. It did look interesting. Now, I'm hoping DanceofJesus is still around, because there was the usual thing when DayZ posts anything, people start asking them questions and stuff like that. But someone said at DayZ, hey guys, can you please answer why we can't spawn BLDR, builder buildings, on consoles? And they replied, hi, sorry, but what do you mean by builder buildings? And DanceofJesus actually replied saying, just to avoid more confusion, BLDR_object name is part of the build items mod on PC. The majority of the vanilla assets doesn't have a config and cannot be spawned on consoles or without the mod. Anything that has BLDR in the name will not appear on consoles. Crimson Zambaby. BLDR types are from builder items mod, which cannot be used on consoles. So
I think what's after happening here is this person that asked why buildings can't be spawned in watched the video. Watched the video that was probably meant for PC players, and I thought it was for console as well. Like the same thing could happen to console.
It just seemed like there was a bit of confusion there. So I was hoping DanceofJesus would be around. I should have teed it up with him beforehand, get some more information. But yeah, it was just a bit of a confusing thread for me. It was interesting, but seems like there was just some confusion there between Old Mate and he's replied there basically saying, yes, I know, but just because my English can't normally say what I mean, BLDR objects already exist in the game. For example, wreck hammer or tank or road signs or gun racks, lockers, etc. So I couldn't add it as land_object to files so console modders could spawn it. But yeah.
They don't exist. Wait, what? Hang on. Already exist in the... They don't exist in the game. There's no lockers or gun racks that are actually in the... I think this guy's getting confused with PC. Like modded like stuff that you can spawn in.
Yeah.
I think he's completely messed up what he's thinking about or trying to do. Unless I'm just stupid and...
No, it's kind of, I wish that conversation had gone on, and I wish DanceofJesus was here. Might have been able to get more info on it. But anyway, now I was following another conversation. This was on Wobo's video where he showed the insane fire rate. I'm not even going to show it because it's a 10-second video. Go watch it. That you could mod in the M4 up to 1800 rounds per second. And someone made a comment on it that the double barrel shotgun in .62, there was a bug or a glitch in the game where you could make the thing basically semi-auto. And he uploaded a video showing it.
The double barrel shotgun.
The only reason I'm showing this is because, it wouldn't work now. But as much as they annoy me, I'm always kind of impressed at how people are able to work these things out.
What are these animations? Like 3 shots. Oh.
See how all the ammo is depleting on his hotbar?
Was this the Vega before the Vega got a skin? It looks and fires like it. Well, that's interesting.
And I did like the comment, he came through with the video, because he made a comment there and said, that you could do it. And someone said, well, how? And he released a video. This was made in offline editor, but the shooting method was always possible in the regular .62 game. So, yeah. Wow.
Very interesting.
Just in case anyone wants to share it with their friends, there's the link for you all. But yeah, I'm always stunned. You have to have, I think, a certain mindset when you work out what a lot of these bugs and that are. Because I sure as hell never have. I don't think I've ever worked out something because I just play the game as it was intended. But there's always people looking for those ways to exploit the game. Yeah, impressive. Now, Christmas show prize update. So I finally found them. I'd left them somewhere where I couldn't see them. So this is El Trucco. El Trucco volunteered some stickers, custom made ones.
They're very nice, actually.
So I've got a handful of those to give out. They look fucking awesome. Maybe think of it. Pick one. Put that away. And I also had someone reach out to me during the week as well with yet another prize. And he sent me some messages with examples of them. This one's actually pretty fucking cool, man. I'm kind of, yeah. Let me just find the DM so I can open them up. Fluky Steak, and I think Fluky Steak is in chat right now. I'll show you the
Oh, it's
other.
like a canvas.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
So if you send him a screenshot, say you've got a favorite screenshot of a special moment in the game or something like that, he will turn it into a canvas or just a paper printout for you, but of a really high quality. So not the sort of thing you can just print on the printer at home, but professionally done. Lukey, do you want to jump into the Discord, mate? And you could talk us through this.
You know, it'd be really cool if you could get the Chernerus and Livonia maps printed on a canvas. Now, there's an idea.
You could probably do that. I don't know how big they'd be, but... Luke, you just joined one of the other channels, and I'll drag you in here. Oh, okay. I haven't got a mic. Give me 5 minutes. No, that's okay, mate. That's okay. Just type it in chat. Now, he also said if you would like something done, I'm going to work something out, maybe give him a channel in the podcast or something where people can send him a message and they can work out something with him to cover costs and all the rest of it or whatever. And he's happy to do this for people. I think they look fucking amazing, mate. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I got just thought of the idea about the maps. If he could do that, like say you got like Chernerus, Livonia, maybe Namalsk as well.
I think one of the issues there, the gameplay isn't so bad, but I think if you were to do the map, he'd probably need to check with BI themselves because they do sell the maps on their website. He would need to seek permission from them to be able to reproduce that.
Maybe true, yeah. But if he could do that, it would be cool. But even a screenshot, if you have a favorite screenshot in game or something, that is really a really cool idea.
Yeah, so many people, some of the favorite ones people have is the cinematic ones, or when they've done something with a bunch of mates and they get that photo taken of them all standing together. And I was blown away when he reached out to me. He said, I was going to, but I thought it was too late. And I said, no, mate, it's not too late. So that's another couple of things we've added to the prize pool. It's going to be a big show, guys. Save onto your points, and I'm really looking forward to being able to give back to the community that supported us all year.
Yeah, it's going to be.
I can do any size up to 2.2 meters big. Holy shit!
Damn!
Wow! That's cool as fuck, man. That is cool as fuck.
Yeah, you should if you get a chance, probably make a channel or something for him to do this, because this is a really cool idea. I don't know of anyone else who does stuff like this on Canvas. And,
yeah, Flicky, we'll have a chat during the week, I think, mate. and set you up a channel in here, and you can set up a little mini shop or whatever, mate. Even if you start your own Discord. But yeah, it could be a way for you to make a little, what do they call it, a side hustle these days.
I could even think of a screenshot or two that I nearly do.
Yeah. Yep. And I imagine this isn't just related to DayZ, folks. If there was anything you wanted done. So, no, really, really cool idea. And I cannot thank you enough for offering that up as a prize for the show, mate. Okay, so we are down to the near the end of the show. We had a mod mini spotlight. Hunter, who's in chat, he shared something with us.
Oh, the raft, yeah, I saw this on Discord last night. Oh, that's cool, the sail goes down as well. I didn't notice that feature.
It looks like it is actually moving at the moment.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Slowly, but it definitely is moving. You bring the sails back up then to leave it still. That's really cool.
Okay, so it is stationary now. I'm looking at the ground underneath the water.
Mm-hmm.
Moving the rudder there. Okay, sail's going down again. Yep, started moving again. Fuck, it is slow, isn't it? Wouldn't want to be getting sniped at.
No. Good thing there's no sharks.
Yeah.
And he's moving again.
I'm wondering if it actually moves on land as well, or only on water.
Pretty funny if I saw a raft driving down the road.
Yeah.
I'd assume it's just water, but it's a really cool thing. It actually looks very like.
It's well made. It's a well-made model.
Hmm. I saw Wolves of DayZ was saying it needs a sea chest slot. What about if the sea chest could be added onto the boat and you could use that as a seat to sit down on while like driving the boat or something?
Thank you, whoever that was. I can't even see what just happened, but thank you for whatever you did. Okay, so it's got attachments.
Oh, it does. Oh.
The sea chest would be the logical thing to be able to attach to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's pretty cool. God, this would be fucking awesome if someone made an island map with like lots of islands.
Mm-hmm. Is it it give you some cool Frankie vibes driving around on this raft with them just around the place. Very cool. Next now he needs to make like a craftable helicopter.
Yeah. hard turn. So it's not as slow as we thought. It's got a little bit of speed. Or as I thought.
I don't think would be a suitable mode of transport in a highly PvP server.
No. I'm curious, can you fish off of it? And thank you again, whoever that was. I'm at full screen, so I've got no idea what's happening.
I'd say you could if it was stationary, yeah. Ragtire's saying yes, you can fish on it.
Okay. So you can swim faster than it moves. I have no idea what that says. Ah, okay, sitting down. I think that's cool. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Michael, thank you so much, mate. That's very, very generous. Yeah, I couldn't even see chat. While that was happening. And Mitch Caton, thank you for the like as well there, buddy. But yeah, no, that's fucking phenomenal. I just love what people come up with, Marks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, the ideas are really, really good.
Yeah. Initially, Lug made it for Chimsey, but it will be public. It also depends on how much wind there is. Better than swimming to Debug Island. Yeah, good point. Yes, you can fish on it. Yep. So that's why I hacked the expansion in there so people can boat. Yep. Iztech has a lot of water. Okay, I haven't gotten a chance to check out Iztech yet. Have you, Marks?
No, I've been busy with updates.
We need to cover that, I think.
I haven't had a chance to play Banov yet either. But I do want to play both of them.
And something else I wanted to share. Now, normally I'm very quiet about future upcoming guests. But, you know, we always like to start the year off with a bit of a bang. And this guy has recently returned and been playing quite a bit of DayZ. Katie Wolf. For those who don't know, Katie Wolf was one of the boys back in the day. The main crew of people playing that a lot of people used to watch back in the day was you had Mr. Moon, Jam Jar, Mr. Blackout, Potato, Katie Wolf, the Loyal Patriot, and a few others as well. And it's been great seeing him get back into it. That fucking jumper he is wearing, though, is hideous. It's a Jurassic Park Christmas sweater. I love it. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, he's a good old boy, and he's agreed to come on as our first guest of the new year. So it'll be good. Yeah, I always love, as you said there, Fluky, one of the old school. I love getting the old school people on and hearing their thoughts on the changes of the, not just the game, but the DayZ community itself. It's great to hear. It's great to see. So he's got a stream highlights episode 1. I'll share it in chat because if you're like me, you're probably quite interested in hearing the thoughts of someone who was playing DayZ way back in the good old days. But I'm quite excited to get him on. We had Loyal Patriot earlier this year. So I'll probably have to hit up Potato as well, won't I? That would be fucking awesome as well. But yeah. Forrest, thank you. What is NOK?
Knock, it's European, what is it? Oh god, I can't remember what it is.
But thank you very, very much, mate, regardless. I'm getting that podcast tattoo whether you like it or not. Don't do it, mate. Don't do it. Oh, God. If you do, I want to know. If you do, I want to see something. Yeah. I'm encouraging you not to, and then in the same breath saying, if you do, I want to see it. That would be fucking hilarious. Norwegian. Okay, there you go. I saw that the other day. Thank you so much, Forrest. I really appreciate that, buddy. That's very, very generous of you. Marks, have you got a highlight for the week, mate?
I just kind of have to give it to the update, really.
Yep.
It's the only thing I've been kind of concentrating on. That's actually, it only happened today. During the podcast, Anarchy tweeted that he has his Hero Haven servers, which are usually very heavily modded, and
I saw that tweet. Yeah,
releasing hopefully on Monday a Hero Haven Lite, so it's going to be basically a vanilla with some quality of life changes to its server. And that's what I'm really looking forward to, as I've been on a bit of a vanilla kick, and so there's a lot more people are starting to become in one at the moment. So yeah,
and before I go to Roth, who's finally been able to join us, I'll also mention that might be quite popular for. I know a lot of people have been wanting to get on the Dayz Down Under service that I play, and you guys have got Spaggy servers, but yeah, I'm really interested in seeing that. Roth, how you doing, mate?
Pretty good. I'm actually driving right now, so if my audio is shit, that's why.
Oh, it's pretty terrible, mate. I must admit it is pretty terrible. What we might do, mate, is we might reschedule because we've pretty much finished everything for the night, and we'll see about getting you and DCG on in a future episode. Because it sounds like you had a work shift or something like that come up which interfered with you being able to make it today.
If you just give me like 10 minutes, I'll be back at my house.
But we're pretty much done for the day, though, unfortunately, mate.
All right.
Yeah, it's a bummer too, because I was really looking at getting you on, but yeah.
Yeah, because I was trying to do the conversion for Sam, and it said for me it was going to be around 5 o'clock my time.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably my fault, mate. I need to keep doing those time zone things. But no, it always starts at the same time. That's two and a quarter hours ago, pretty much. But yeah, no, we'll look at getting you on for the next one instead, mate. That'll be in the new year in January.
So when you started, it was around 1 o'clock my time. So I got to figure out.
Yeah.
Most of my shifts are in the morning. If we can get it scheduled to a day that I'm off, which is, I think it's going to be somewhat consistent, we shouldn't have a problem.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what you said then. You kept on dropping out.
Oh, shit. Well, I'll talk to you in a few minutes when I get a better connection.
Okay, mate. Something about, I think he said something about talking in a couple of minutes, in a few minutes when he gets better connected or whatever, but yeah. Okay, look, thank you everyone so much for coming in this week on the podcast. My shout out goes to Lad, has to go to Lad. He held true to his promise of his 24-hour stream. Sadly, we missed him. Being on the show, but that's totally understandable. 24-hour streams, they're not healthy. I don't recommend anyone does them. You don't have to do them to make it, folks. Just do whatever you're capable of. Like I think Moonshine mentioned at the start of the show, my voice sounds a bit hoarse. I did 9 hours on Thursday, then I did the Friday night stream. On Thursday night as well, I stayed up until 4 a.m. in the morning with the missus, helping her with some work stuff. So yeah, my voice has been suffering. That's probably why I sound a little bit deeper than usual. But yeah, doing a 24-hour stream, fuck that. As you said, Mark, sitting that long, even after this couple of hours, you get up and you just
Like when I done my like when I streamed 7 hours there on the update release, like my legs were numb after getting up.
Yep.
After it, like it was pretty funny, but yeah, it's
okay, folks. So next week for the show, we have lined up. He's in chat. Rag Tyson.
Nice.
So looking forward to getting you on, mate, because you're usually one of the more active people in the chat. So I bet you we're going to have an absolute shitload to talk about, mate. So yeah, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. So make sure you don't miss it. And yeah, I will see you all throughout the week with my usual midweek streams. Thinking of mixing them up a bit this week. Going to have a chat with, because the young fella's off uni now. So yeah, that's why I've been streaming a little bit longer than usual, because I'm not dropping him at uni and that, and thinking of maybe changing the Thursday to a Friday. I don't know. We'll see how we go, because Fridays he's at work. Because I know what it's like when you're young and when your old man's fucking hogging the gaming room. It's kind of pretty tragic. But yeah. Anyway, folks, all the best, and we will see you all next week, same time, same channels as usual, for the Dayz podcast with Rag Tyson coming on to wow us with all the amazing shit he's been up to.
Yes.
Thank you, Global Sprocket. That's a lovely thing to say. Marks, a pleasure as always, my man.
Pleasure. Been a good one.
And we will see you all next week. Ciao for now.
See you all later. Goodbye.
And we are done, folks. Let me go to the right screen. Thank you all so much, as always. Oh, damn, my recording didn't work, so I'm going to have to work up the VOD again. I've got something going on with my Stream Deck. I pressed the record button, and it's still not recording, so I need to work out why it's doing that. Stream Decks are awesome, but they can be quite temperamental at times as well. Giovanni, thank you so much. Let's roll these credits, see what happened throughout the stream, so I can thank everyone again. Mods in chat, Marks. I saw Moonshine in there before. Super chats from Michael and Forrest Gump. Thank you so much. And the new follower, Freak69. Mitch Caton with the like over there on Facebook as well. Thank you all so much. Let's find someone to send the love to. I'm going to send you all over to someone a bit different. This guy here. I forgot about this. I should have mentioned it. Let me just quickly go to the face cam, folks. Okay, so there we go. So this guy here, the dude Thor, he's a good mate of mine. He's a really nice guy, and he's actually donated some merch. We've got a hoodie. And some coffee mugs. Giveaway. So we're going to go over and show him a bit of podcast community love, folks. He's a really nice guy. Aussie, does a lot of charity work. Very fascinating man. We've had him on the podcast quite a few months back. So we're going to go show him some love. That said, be polite. He is playing Scum, folks. But yeah, we're going to go over and raid him. I guarantee you won't regret it, folks. You won't regret it. He's a very entertaining man. There we go, folks. Make some noise. Let him know where you've been. Let him know where you're coming from. Show him some love. And I will see you all next week. All the best and ciao for now.
Push me! Oh, fuck, I need another push, quick! Yo, Survivor FM, how are we, guys? Guys, get some love up in chat for Survivor FM, coming in with a cheeky raid of 11. What's going on, guys? Welcome on in. You've actually just come in. I'm in a server event. And I just took a corner going like $1.20 and flipped the vehicle and rolled it. And now I'm stuck. Zysid, thank you very much for the follow, dude. Legend. I think that's good. I think that's good. This cat named Larry, he was with the Avengers. Show me how to make moves and walk with the Alright, we're good, we're good. So I'm in a race, guys. It's a vehicle race as well as, I've left my passenger. It's a vehicle race as well as, like, boats and, like, hand-me-down boats, like, makeshift boats. It's fucking crazy, man. But as you can see, I'm a bit of a wild child, driving like a fucking madman. I don't drive responsibly. Responsibly is for losers. And I'm a winner. I'm actually losing. I'm in dead last. Johnny, how are you, mate? What's going on, dude? That's nice. Thank you very much for that follow, man. How are we, guys? How was Survivor FM's stream? Anybody not following Survivor FM, guys, make sure you give them some love. They are the podcast led by our fearless leader, Mr. Boydie, but also joined by Lad and Marks. And is Archie ever gonna be a co-host as well? Am I going this way? I don't know if I'm going this way. Is this the right way? I gotta know it is now. Was I meant to go down there? Screw it. I think I've actually just gone like the wrong way here. Maybe. Good question. Ah, yeah, there was a rock. Yeah, I was like perched on a rock and I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, I figured as much. I thought I was. I don't know where I need to go, what way I need to go. Oh, my car's going to blow up if I keep doing this. Johnny, thank you very much for the follow, mate. Legend. I don't usually stream Sundays, guys. I've jumped on today purely for this race. Purely for the event. Head to the racetrack. Alright, Diz. Thanks, mate. Get out of my way. Hey, Peach Man, thank you very much for the follow, mate. Legend. So how was the stream, dude? What'd you guys talk about today? For those of you guys in our family who haven't yet followed Survivor FM, make sure you do, guys.